We've all been there, right? That moment when you need a little extra cash to tide you over, and apps like Dave come to the rescue. But then, the relief is quickly followed by that nagging question: how long do you actually have to pay Dave back? It's a critical detail that can make or break your financial planning, and surprisingly, it's not always as straightforward as you might think. Let's dive in and clear up any confusion. The standard repayment schedule. The core of Dave's repayment system is tied to your next payday. When you request a cash advance, Dave automatically sets the repayment date for the day your next paycheck is expected to hit your bank account. This is a brilliant feature for many, as it aligns the repayment with when you're most likely to have the funds available. So, if your payday is Friday and you take an advance on Tuesday, Dave will typically expect repayment by that Friday. It's designed to be a short-term bridge, not a long-term loan. This makes sense for small advances, often under a few $100s. What if your payday shifts? Life isn't always predictable, and neither are paydays. If your payday changes, or if there's a delay in your direct deposit, Dave usually tries to adjust. They monitor your linked bank account for income patterns. If they detect a new payday, they'll often automatically update your repayment date. However, don't rely solely on this automatic adjustment. It's always best to be proactive. If you know your payday has shifted or if there's an issue with your deposit, it's crucial to communicate with Dave directly through their app. Extending your due date, the snooze option. This is where Dave offers some flexibility, and it's a feature many users appreciate. If you find yourself unable to repay on your original due date, Dave provides a snooze option. You can usually extend your repayment date by up to 10 days. This isn't an unlimited deferral, but it can be a lifesaver when an unexpected expense pops up. There's a catch, though. You can only snooze once per advance. So use it wisely. To use the snooze option, you typically just go into the app, find your advance, and tap the snooze button. Make sure you do this before your original due date to avoid any issues. What happens if you don't pay back on time? This is the part no one wants to think about, but it's important to understand. If you don't repay your advance by the due date, and you haven't used the snooze option, Dave will typically attempt to withdraw the funds from your linked bank account. If there aren't enough funds, they might attempt smaller withdrawals. Unlike traditional lenders, Dave doesn't charge late fees or interest on advances. That's a huge relief and a major differentiator. However, a missed payment can impact your ability to get future advances. Dave's system relies on trust and your repayment history. Consistently missing payments could lead to a suspension of your advance privileges. Plus, repeated failed withdrawal attempts could potentially lead to overdraft fees from your own bank, so that's something to be mindful of. So, your primary repayment date is your next payday. You have the flexibility of a one-time, 10-day snooze. And while Dave doesn't hit you with late fees or interest, consistent on-time repayment is crucial for maintaining your access to their services. Always keep an eye on your due date within the app, and if you foresee any issues, communicate with them early. Understanding these few simple points can help you use Dave responsibly and avoid any financial headaches. With that said, thanks for watching, and until next time.